Janjanbureh Island, one of the nation's historically significant islands, marks 2 centuries since free slaves' return, commemorating the event through a homecoming festival and the rediscovery of heritage. The festival is a fusion of cultural, traditional, and historical heritage to unify, edify, and build tolerance. However, the National Assembly member for Janjanbureh constituency, Omar Jame, has expressed disappointment with what he described as his community's exclusion from the bicentenary celebrations. Jame criticized the lack of promised development projects and the marginalization of Janjanbureh in the event's planning. He specifically mentioned unfulfilled pledges by the Ministry of Tourism regarding infrastructure improvements.
These were strong promises made by the Ministry of Tourism. But again, as we progress along the line, what we noticed was the government came back, or the National Organizing Committee communicated back to say they don't have the resources to embark on some of the developments that were promised. And as such, they shifted from doing what was required to a different promise to say in mid-term they will embark on those developments. And for me, I think that's where the community lose trust in the whole process. Coming to the actual event, what we noticed was nothing was really in place.
Furthermore, Jame pointed to the event's focus on the Greater Banjul area, neglecting Janjanbureh's role as the host community. He believes Janjanbureh should have played a leading role in organizing and participating in the celebrations.
We equally realized that it was all centered in the Greater Banjul area, even looking at those that were given the podium to speak. The natives of this island were left out. And as such, we think that wasn't the right thing to do. Being the host community, we think or we believe we should have been in the forefront of the whole process. And also ensuring that we work with the National Organizing Committee to really stage a successful event as anticipated. And this morning, if you look at the opening, you realize that the community were not even out to participate. And even those that were out to participate, we were not happy because our feelings were everything were hijacked from us. And for me, this is the most unfortunate thing that can happen to a community, because if we seen a commemoration of a 200 years of a community, we think that particular community should be in the forefront in leading the entire process. But for me, with my personal opinion, what I felt is members of this community were underrated. They felt we don't have the capacity to work towards the success of this festival, which for me was a wrong notion.
Adding to the frustrations, Jame says that a Senegalese company hired to provide electricity refused to extend their service beyond the opening ceremony, forcing the cancellation of planned site events. He lamented that he had previously advised postponing the celebrations to allow for a better preparation and community involvement.
Cultural groups were all gathered at the site, only to realize that there was no electricity or there was no power to get them perform as required. So as such, everything was shattered or scattered. So for me, as the chairperson of the local organizing committee and as the representative of the people, that's where my disappointment lies. And to be honest with you, from records, I made this recommendation that we are not ready to actually hold these 200 years at this particular period. And our advice was for we to shift the dates to a later date wherein we can have more room to prepare ourselves and also get the community to participate as required.
Jame also compared the Bicentenary Festival to the Kankuram Festival.
This 200 years even emerged from the Janjanbureh Kankurang Festival. And as I speak, we clock 7 years that we have been hosting the Kankurang Festival successfully in partnership with the Youth Empowerment Project and as well as National Center for Arts and Culture, who were immensely working with the community and also respecting the view of the community, unlike the bicentenary event. So, in essence, as we speak, even with the investments done to mobilize the groups to come on the ground, they are not given that opportunity to perform as expected. Because it's like 3 minutes were given to groups to showcase the, the diverse cultures that we have in this country.
In recent times, cultural festivals have evolved into platforms for discussions, allowing individuals to express views on broader cultural and social issues. There is a growing recognition of cultural festivals as agents of growth and community unity in the country. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Fatu Silla.